up the word accuse, but I kind of just got what they put on Google. But I was thinking, there's no way somebody could take somebody to court that don't even know that they're going to court. That don't even make no sense. But I was thinking, what about if somebody accused somebody of something and said it's the acknowledgement of a receipt? And again, since you're not supposed to seek, I don't seek tarot readers for advice or seek tarot readers to get evidence. I don't trust the energy. I'm looking at tarot readers and people and how this is kind of ridiculous. I think that there is a system that's using these people in order to get justice or to call judgment on a situation by using women that are connected to them to accuse or manipulate the terminology of a situation to customize it almost in a way or to relay a message in a way to say, yeah, this is the truth. Some of it can be the truth, but there could be a spin on the end where this spin is to judge or challenge or I don't know, something. um I've ever seen a tarot reader a legit way to interpret something in the court of law. Okay, so I find it funny. All right. Now with the Gnostic energy, you can know that somebody did this. All right, you can know that somebody did this, and then finding out if somebody did this, had a court case, and you were not involved in it. That's the end. We don't even have to talk about nothing else. Whatever they were charging you with, it can. What is that? Double jeopardy. They can't even try to charge you with it again. They ruin their whole chance of persecuting you. So let's just say somebody did all this and they never acknowledged. So let's just say, okay, you found out your spouse was cheating, but you didn't acknowledge them. You didn't bring it up to them and say, I know you were cheating. I'm going to go to the authorities, or I'm going to go to our pastor, or something like this. Do you get what I'm saying? The person just slowly did everything like behind your back. First of all, they couldn't take it to the court case because both people have to sign the papers, the divorce papers. Both, if it was going to go to a divorce or something like this, or go to a civil matter, both people have to be aware that it's going on. One person cannot only be aware that it's going on. So that's what I was thinking. If somebody just could lose the whole case or lose something because somebody did not acknowledge. So let's say a woman finds out her husband is cheating and she just leaves the house. She don't say nothing to him. She don't bring it up to him. She just leave the house. Or she say, are you cheating? And the person say no. And they leave it at that. And then she just leave the house. And then she go get a lawyer and do all this stuff and go get a legal divorce or something. Then now you going to jail because you didn't acknowledge. This is not an acknowledgement of something, or the acknowledgement of a receipt. Meaning I pull out a credit card bill with you being at the Hyatt Regency every Thursday for the past 6 months. That's acknowledging a receipt. Hey, you've been cheating. I know it. Here's this thing. I look at it right here. Me, I'm looking at it, and you looking at it. This is the receipt. Acknowledge that this is here. I'm guessing that's the first step of accusing somebody or making an accusation. So I don't know why that's important, but I don't know. We got the hacker in the upright. This could be looking at information, hacking legally or with the right pretense. Like if somebody, say there's a law that if somebody put a camera on you, you could put a camera on them. So somebody could have put a camera on you or hacked and now somebody can hack into that person's because they opened up the avenue of hacking because that person hacked you first. Now hackers that work for your department can hack that person. Saying we got the Ace of Cups and then we have power. So somebody's like, oh, this is my house or something. It's like, well, you're not the Ace of Cups. It's really actually not. Ace of Cups energy is the Ace of Cups or the Empress, because the Ace of Cups is basically her toy. It's the highest level of something. Love, the thought process, the mind is a mastermind. Is somebody their mind is very expensive, whether you're using it or not. At the time, you have an expansive. This is like the most the intelligence itself. This Ace of Cups can mean that. Say, You are part of an organization and you haven't been to any, you're still a part of this organization. Nobody can remove you. But what they did do is move around without you. So your Ace of Cups could be disconnected from all the little cups. Say you're the Ace of Cups, you're the boss, the CEO, the owner. And then there's all these other little Queen of Cups, these cups, Page of Cups, all the other lesser cups. That would be like all lesser cups that work for you coming up against, they didn't have a reason, right? Coming up against the Ace of Cups. But the Ace of Cups is all power. The Ace of Cups is like rock, paper, scissors. You don't even have to play it. The Ace of Cups shuts down all the other cups. So if all the other cups, the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, the whatever, come up against the Ace of Cups, you're going to lose. Especially if there's no acknowledgement. You didn't tell the Ace of Cups why you coming at the Ace of Cups. That's why I said if somebody was being under this kind of investigation, this is foreign intelligence. This is not ours. We don't have to deal with this. We don't have to respect this. We don't have to honor it. And you should not be saying my name in your courts. If these are pagan courts or something, it don't have nothing to do with me. If this is cyber court and I'm not even in, say I'm a cyber being, but my cyber information or intel was never turned on since a baby until now, even it's not turned on. What do you have to do with me, old Tyree? I don't have nothing to do with that. Don't run my shit through there. No, you refuse me. Keep it that way. Don't run because I'm coming to shut it down. So what are you try to invite me in now? See, that's the death of these things. Oh, so you had a chance to pick up this daughter because she was brown skinned or because you didn't. Oh, well, you didn't know that she's the Ace of Cups. You got Page of Cups. Your other people, they're Knight of Cups. Whatever. The daughter that you rejected is the Most High. That's the Ace of Cups. So this could be somebody being haughty about something, even being, what they say, I'm hearing a heretic. The power is with the Ace of Cups here. There's a lot of royal energy here. This can also be, like I said, if China or if the Arabic nation tried to, belittle a queen by not allowing me to be in my full energy or reject or saying that I'm not who I say I am. That's still the people that's at the feet. So usually I feel like these people just stay away from the queen. We don't really see the queen hanging out with sheiks and there's a hidden dynamic here. Now, if you don't know this and you don't pick this up, then they might be able to rule over you. But this is just energy where you should not bend down and bow down and serve them. It's almost like your children ain't supposed to. So this could be also why these people were sneaking and doing these crazy things to abduct children from the mother or something without it. That's why I'm saying that's weak. Because even if you was somebody that was a famous person, you thought you could do whatever you want. Why you just didn't kidnap the kid? Why you put another fake kid there? What you scared of? Who you scared of? You understand? So somebody is really ready to go there now. Something has occurred in the past 3 days. The Hierophant in reverse. This could be this Marcus in love that we were just focusing so heavily on it. The Ice Queen is something about because somebody keeps saying, I want to feel love. I want to know what it's like to feel love. So this could be somebody that was raised in a, I wonder if it says, like in the Bible, it says something about the brothers get to have the wife, but it never said that if the father say I was actually really literally married or conjoined or a partnership with the father. But the father went off, changed their name, changed their identity, so on and so forth. And then they sent me one of their sons that they had to fool me, like as if that was him still. So they can gather all the information still connected to my crown to do an overthrow or something like this. I don't know. But this is definitely still, I think this is my Malcolm X card. This is Islam in reverse. Or the nation of Islam, like the brown nation. And then we have this celebration here. Maybe this person was celebrating with these people, or celebrating with friends, or celebrating with people in my party, or people in my, this could be something like the Whigs, or it could be something like Parliament. These could be 3 sectors: the UN, bricks. Like somebody was celebrating with something else. This is like staging your exit so that a bitch can't get $1 out of you from a partnership. And then now they're gonna get more than $1. This could also be this 50 cent energy. Um, Again, it's something about these people tied to these women that were low key doing something with the chariot in reverse. Now they're gonna lose. It's like these people losing nuclear weapons or losing some type of missiles or the ability to use these things across the land or something like this. Some type of travel, some type of tour energy. All right. These are women that could have, if somebody had me blindfolded and took me through some process, these other women were able to see it. And these could be women that were, it was abuse, but they are so low-minded, low-base minded or cult-minded that they don't see nothing wrong with it. Oh, yes, so beautiful. You know, they don't see nothing wrong with somebody like bringing a person into a facility that is totally knocked out and paralyzed. And then people being able to touch this person's garment or whatever this is. They don't see, they wish the way that these people was hounding you in the dark. They'll never give you, these are groups of men that will never give you this praise in person. But there could have been some silent or background worship, which is kind of like the scariest thing, actually. And these women know how it works, and they was hoping that you would wake up and freak out about it, and then they would be able to step into that position, but having the power of being able to know how something works and sit, you know, see what I'm saying? Because if you knew how it worked and you knew that people were transporting your body, but nobody was ever penetrating you, nobody was ever doing anything, it actually is a some kind of ritual. It's actually maybe a beautiful thing, you know, but you being of royalty or high status, even if people are trying to treat you not, even if they got you locked in prison in another country or something like this, or even if they got you something, you still know that's that regalness, that's something inside of you. So that people can't treat me like this. It ain't, we could do, well, we can't, we did, well, you gonna have to pay for that. You know, nobody don't get away with everything. So every time. So it's something like that. All right. These people could have been celebrating. This could also be, these people were able to come and drink from a cup or something like this with this chariot in reverse energy. This is somebody that would, like, if a man was over some women and they had them accessing a certain woman or a certain well or fountain, that would kill that nigga in order for these females to be able to drink from it anytime they want. So some people could have got together and put the lights out on some man. Okay, this man could have been cheating. This man could have been, you know, dabbling in something else. This one man or this woe man. We're going to call this a woe man. Okay, because these are people that was bringing woe, whether you knew it or not. So if we really look at it, when we compare, like, some of these men from some of these groups that could take offense to what I'm saying, but the truth is always going to come out. See, I think that's why they don't. It's like an oxymoron, like their secret dealing, yeah, probably with the royals and the sheiks and things, but the truth about it, it damaged the whole. The truth about it would damage the entire, what can I say, thing about these being groups of men that must make a woman cover herself or bow or subdue to them because of who they are, which that's not what you doing with the queen. So even this could be somebody that took, say I'm the royal one or I'm the Holy Spirit and I've been locked out of this the whole time, but those two people that we seen were foot soldiers. They did horrible things. The Ice King, the Issa energy, and my masculine. If these two were connected to me some kind of way, the horrible things that they did the day of judgment, you won't even let me judge them. You trying to protect them from being judged. But then let's say they try to take my crown and give it to this Ice Queen, but this Ice Queen been abusing or mutilating people since they were little. You get what I'm saying? It's not safe to let this person wear the crown, but it's safe to let me wear the crown because that's not, you know, well, again, we know these royals and shit like this, they somebody could feel like they want to do whatever they want to do, or they can do whatever they want to do, and they possibly can, as long as it's not hurting anybody, or as long as it's not, you know. So even in 2025, trying to use a queen's sex life, now they say, oh, well, you can't be a queen and do all this and that. You can be a queen and do whatever you want to do. It's just they pay extra things or whatever to make sure some of their stuff is shielded. Let's not pretend. But I think it is true. Your mindset does change. If you didn't know you was a queen all your life, you could have parlayed and act a certain way. But once God said you're supposed to be the queen, bitch, you said, oh, hold on. Okay, well, let me just seclude myself then. Let me go ahead and search this out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what this feels like. That's another reason, because a lot of people that I was around since childhood. I wanted to see what parts of me is them, what parts of me is this energy, what parts of me is me, what parts of me was exuberated or whatever because I was around those people, what parts of me, and I'm not gonna not claim none of the parts. I'm claiming all the parts. But the level, right? The level of something. I wanted to make sure that that's not, I was being who I am, right? So something like that. And a lot of these people games are on retaliation or revenge, but again, they never even brought the accusation to you. Why? Because you can't accuse this person. But what you did do is go behind in the dark and try to do all this stuff that don't make no difference to me. You're not supposed to ever be stopping nothing from me. Nobody said anything to me in my face. That means that, just forget about it. Like, whatever you was trying to do is not going to work. Right? And a lot of this stuff is a facade. A lot of this stuff, the guard that people are wearing, the positions they're sitting in, it's all a farce. All this stuff is, a lot of these people are not even in their right positions or right places or something. We have the tower here. Somebody could have tried to send somebody in the universe to bring a tower in, but it can't happen. They could be trying to use that universe to do something. Yeah, we got happiness in reverse. Somebody could be with a high priestess. They're not happy there. All right. At the end, we got the therapist in reverse. They thought this was somebody that was going to help them understand something or realize something. Somebody could be realizing that it's just the opposite where they are. All right. Or somebody is not a real therapist. They didn't finish school. They don't have the credentials to do this type of test on a person. Whatever this is. There's no more heavenly being. So somebody thought they could cast me down to earth or you down to earth and say, oh, deal with these people, knowing that these people hate or want to be this person. Nobody that this person is they're going to use their power to do the exact opposite. Strip this person and try to wear the clothes of this person. They're not going to help this person. That's why the heavenly beings, again, in the upright, handle these particular situations. They know how to handle. They know how to keep their cool when somebody come in and they don't quite understand something, but they on guard because they're used. People know how to deal with that, right? Just like a caseworker would know how to deal with a child that might be coming from an abusive situation. And then they bring them in and they're like, oh my God, I feel so bad. She's not even eating, or she doesn't know how to speak, or she keeps hitting and biting us. They're not going to punch the kid all in the face and do all this other crazy stuff. They have people that know how to handle these, take offense to that child punching them and stuff like this, because that's all they knew, or that's how they know how to communicate. They can't use their words. And then you think that people are going to just start punching the kid back? Well, you shouldn't have that job. You don't know how to deal with whatever that is. Yeah, we got works in reverse. Somebody could be abusing someone, just what we just said. Somebody is using chariot in reverse to abuse somebody and then celebrate. It's almost like you being in a fight and you didn't even know you was even in a fight. And everybody over there in the dark is saying that you lost the fight, but you didn't even know you was in a fight. You get what I'm saying? Or somebody like, yeah, your ex or your boyfriend, you haven't had an ex or something in 30 years, or a boyfriend or anything other than whatever you thought you were in. Like somebody is, I don't know, it's just weird. It's just showing the mental illness or the mental capacity of these people here. So the authority here, or the baton or the scepter here, passed on to me in this situation here. And whoever these people is that thought they was running so fast or running something, they're not running shit. There's the authority right here, because this is where the real wheel of fortune stems for, or that's connected to. And this is why somebody wants a truce, but it's not. Somebody's aiding and abetting somebody's private property. That's like, what would that's why I say, what if the Queen of England found out that somebody broke into her house and took some of her fancy cars, and then you see like somebody in Morocco driving around with these, or her favorite children or something like this, that used to live off the coast of wherever, Maine, I'm just making up some shit. They're all missing, and then they're found in Morocco. Those are cause for war. Say the Queen of England wake up one day, nobody's ever supposed to touch these vassals. If certain vassals being touched, it's her decision. And you wake up one day and your skin color, everything is different on you. and you're looking for you. You're looking for you. And somebody thinks that they're gonna kidnap, some sheiks get together because they're offended and they feel like they can because this is what they have control over women. So you're gonna pass it over to that. That's the demon somebody could be passing somebody over to. And then somebody's like, okay, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna whore you around the world. You're not a whore, right? Oh, but when you was 15, you had about 4 boyfriends at the same time, and you probably was fucking all of them. And you know what I'm saying? Why are we even talking about that? Because I feel like somebody has some old recordings, old words, old communication, old something, trying to put it till now to prove something that you can't prove because the shit is old. Or it might even be hacked. It's not even the real information. You never really said those words to anybody. You understand? It's like a fake confession. Somebody manipulating the words to make it sound like you confessed to something that you never confessed to. All somebody would have to do was bring you in and ask you, hey, first of all, in 1995, did you ever go to court? Did you ever go to court? No. Did you ever go to jail for molesting a little boy that's at the age of 10 and when you was 19? No. Did you ever do this? No. No, no, no. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody doesn't want something to be brought up to maybe higher courts because of some inappropriate it's okay if a million people thought that they knew the rules and they thought that they could violate somebody because the person didn't know the rules. And then one day it gets caught up. It's okay to charge everybody, including that person who put you on to this to make you think that this shit was okay, and then go all the way back and charge all the people that had something to do with it in the past to make somebody think that they could disrespect somebody in that manner. Right? It was a royal marrying a sheik. She thought he was a Christian, but he's really a sheik. And this was really a controlled demolition or a hijacking of a crown. And then she wakes up one day and say, I realize what you're doing. You're trying to steal my crown. No. Everything that was built off of this thing, yeah, I didn't have much. I didn't work every day. But everything that was built off of this is built off my back and my blood and sweat and the legacy. Yeah, you worked and you did things, treasonous things. I need to snatch my shit back. I want everything. Yeah, we got defeat. Somebody, if I do this or call this, that we're not going to see defeat. There could be also people over there that can't speak. They don't want to be in a certain place, but they may be there. So again, somebody could be holding some people hostage or something like this. It's almost like, yeah, somebody was controlling the demolition and moving everything from an empire all around, like separating it or spreading it out. Yeah, to cause a tower. But again, there's no tower here, okay? There's not going to be no tower here. With the tower in reverse and the Queen of Swords, this person is, if all these feathers, they better stop playing around. We didn't even have to do this public. But this is the real energy here. Accurate, precise. The creator of something is a girl. And you biting the hand that feeds you. This is what this is here. Okay? Because you want to be in the He-Man Woman Haters Club. It's, you know, behind closed doors. This could be why some people deal with people only behind closed doors, because it's the perception that people will have if they seen something like that. Right? Say this is China or something, and we're talking about emperors and empresses. The queen don't bow to nobody. So there would be a conflict there. If you're going to meet, if on camera, you're going to have a queen meet with a sheik, or you're going to have a queen meet with a so-called emperor. You understand? It's like, who discusses everything to say how something is going to be? How something is going to be? Tell me what's it going to be? Gonna make you say my name. And say, this could be this bust, like, okay, well, I don't know what Busta Rhymes' real name is. Somebody could be the name of this person, whatever their real name is, because something telling me to just, yeah, skip to it. Whatever his real name is, somebody's name could be that, first or last, middle, whatever. Somebody wants a truce. Okay, because somebody could end up going to jail here. I'm not sure. Okay, maybe somebody don't want you to go to jail. You know what these people planning. Or this could be the fact that, no, this the fact that somebody else is going to jail for these high crimes with this high priestess, because they listen to this woman that want to seep herself in this royal jelly or jam or something. But Def Jam in the reverse. Somebody could be in Def Jam Records, or High priestess in reverse. Somebody listened to someone, okay? And that's why they're not getting this victory. And somebody is going to be pulled to some type of, I don't know, safety. And it's not supposed to be this high priestess in reverse, okay? Whatever this is whoever is getting pulled to safety is to restrict some kind of cruelty that's happening to someone, okay? It's to restrict some type of cruelty, and somebody is disappointed with this. Somebody wants to leave you with nothing, play on your top, exploit you and make money off of you, steal all your money for no reason, or a little petty, I don't know, something, or they want to rule on their own. But somebody's disappointed because they're not going to be able to do things of cruelty to a person anymore, because whoever this is sick. Yeah. We got gain here. It's time for somebody to gain. We also got the Queen of Swords here. All right. This could be the same energy. All right. Just because this person is being like, they already, it's like almost like this person already won to be able to sit up in this energy. Okay. They're protecting that. Whatever you found out that belongs to you that you're getting back, or you got, or something like this, by using your Ace of Cups. Even you might even be dealing with the residue, because it looks like it's not even that much water in this cup. It's all sprinkling out. But whatever this is, it's going to protect this gain and this person rising to the top. And then we have science here. Okay. Somebody could have been doing something with science that was in the upright, but the way that it was recorded or filmed or seen is not. Or again, somebody's like, no, we was doing science in the right way. And somebody's like, no, that's not the right vision. You're lying. You were hiding something. All right. I don't know, y'all, because I don't want to say too much, because there could be people like trying to get somebody on track, and they could be getting thrown in jail. Okay. And then you would be hurting these people by saying that. And that's not right. Okay. You can't just be mean to everybody all the time. And then there could be a situation here where science was being used, and somebody said they wasn't using science, but they were. It's several things here, okay? Because you could naturally hold the gift of something, but people were using scientists to dwindle yours down to let it seem like, or give your shit to somebody else to make it seem like that person is better than you. All right, but again, some kind of sorrow is over. Whatever they were doing that's hidden, I don't know, something could be hidden so that you don't have to be in sorrow. It could be some kind of fake news or fake recordings to make you look bad. I told you, this would be like somebody, like, yeah, we got a clean one here. We got one that this person really don't have no sin. Not no sin like that. And then they say, oh, well, let's make it like this. You know, get that person, drug them, take them out of their house, bring them to us. And then they put you in a room, you know, let's say because men can't control themselves, allegedly. And they put this man in for 40 days and 40 nights with a naked little girl in the room. And this is somebody that was lustful and everything like this. And now you in a room with a 5-year-old girl that's complete butt naked. She's chained to a bed or something, and you got all the power. Chain somebody to a home. We need to conflict this person. We need to persecute. We need to get this person guilty of doing something. Keep the person at home. Keep them sleeping. Keep them weak and something like this. We're going to send in people you ain't got to worry about. We're going to take care of it to turn this person into a hoe. And they sleep. From a housewife to a hoe. Okay? Somebody is showing is in the wrong here. All right? They was doing it because they didn't want something to change. Okay? So somebody could have made fake footage, photoshopped images, or something like this. Okay? To add a person to the wall here with the rest of these people that didn't come. They came, but they did not conquer whoever this energy is. This John the Baptist energy. The Knight of Wands energy. The rock star energy. Because somebody could be claiming, oh, you said you ain't yourself. That means that was you in that footage. But that don't mean that you, dude, have me. I'm safe, tucked up in heaven. And you might have something that look like me, but it ain't the me that you can compromise. You're not yeah, we got unjust. Somebody is claiming something This is also somebody that felt bad. They didn't want to actually do this to you. Do something. Because they couldn't. They're claiming some kind of false victory. Valor. This is going to cause an uprising here. Okay? With the kindergarten teacher, this Deborah energy here. Okay? This could be this Maddow energy here. As well. And we got completion. Something ain't over yet. Okay? Because again, what county I live in right now, I told you, I got an auntie that lived here since I was little, and my guy has an auntie that lived in the same county since they was little. Now, if these people are in the back end in the secret society, you know, they could be weighing something here. Say they took my spouse out, you know, introduce him to the back end of things, and he fell in love with a woman there. And so they was gathering stuff like, oh, okay, you gathering here for you and Shalonda? Okay. And then he ended up picking another girl from the family or something like this. And then I just left not knowing what happened to my life. That was just some kind of way. Right? But these people always thought I deserved it because of whatever reason. Right? It would be something like that. But the thing is, these could be high priestesses in this area. This is the Holy Spirit Empress. This is the Sun Empress. This is the Christ Empress. This is not the same thing as the rest of these people. So you don't get to use the same, you know, protocol or whatever that you did on them people. That means that you don't get to win over this person. You could have won over all them people, but you're not winning over this child. No strife, no victory, okay? Put the vendor in the wrong because of this money. Or the Wheel of Fortune, or somebody's fortunate, or this could be somebody saying how fortunate somebody could be. And then we got a failure. Somebody could be calling a person a failure and they're not. Or you didn't fail getting somebody locked up, but I don't know what this did. This is like, even if you get this person locked up, you know, this is somebody that got a love-hate relationship with somebody. I don't know. Like, that's not the answer. Say it's this group of people that need to be locked up, not this person. You get what I'm saying? So this person going to get locked up, but that's not going to change anything because the people that was doing this shit is the ones that's getting this person locked up as a scapegoat. So nothing changes. They keep doing the same thing that they were doing. We also got the Dancer in reverse. There could be a child out there. They could be saying that it's your child, but this could be somebody that was birthed through another family member or a maid, a handmaid or something. Like, say your cousin had a baby. You like, oh, that baby looks so cute. Damn, that baby kind of looked like me. Or that baby kind of looked like my man or whatever. And nobody just said, they just like, girl, I don't know. I don't see it. This cousin, you don't talk to this cousin no more or whatever like this just because you don't see them. Somebody could be saying that or look like you and your brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? Something weird like that. And somebody like, oh, you know. And then somebody got this child and they say, whose child is this? Test this child. Okay? Say your other half's name is Rob and his brother's name is Jeremy. Well, we tested that child. Well, yeah, it is the Empress's energy. It is the Queen Bee's seed. But it's mixed with Jeremy. It's not Robert's. But it came through this dancer. So somebody could be saying 5 years. Yeah, we was married back then. Oh, yeah. So she just took this kid and hid it. But the Empress don't know shit about this. Somebody could also be trying to cover up they could be bringing forth one of their infidelities to cover their infidelity, which I don't know. Because somebody could have been, like, in your situation, somebody could have been fucking with these people, but they knew that these people was going to fall down. But this person could have got their head big and said, I'm just taking all the money and run and do this because I've met a bitch that I really like over here. I'm not coming back to you with the money, with the power, with the position, with the nothing. You right? Or somebody could be just, there's so many, it's to cause confusion, but the confusion could be good for some parts of this. Somebody could be waiting. You could have that scenario. Could just be waiting for you to catch on so that they got everything prepared. So when you come to them, everything is prepared. It just depends on, to each his own. With the power here. Somebody could have also thought that you was mad at them or you wasn't feeling them like that, or you knew something about them and you wasn't going to pick them and this shit was unnecessary or something like this. Okay. This is the only reason why I can think people would be trying to get in your mind and figure out your private thoughts. So I don't know, y'all, because again, it's heavy on oppression, like somebody going to jail. This is the executive situation or choice. And then you have this to somebody get safety. But it's almost, I can't help to feel that somebody trying to get you to sacrifice somebody to free yourself. Like, the queen don't have to do that. If she could prove, or she could get one of her people out of jail, or they got immunity or something like this, she don't have to do that. She don't have to sacrifice that to get there. You're supposed to do the shit in the first place. That's what you get paid for. That's what you get the oath for. Right? Costume designer. It's like somebody don't want you. This could be a split end where this is your most loyal subject. They about to put in jail. And then you about to crawl up on this ladder and go to safety without this person. And this was your most, and they only locking this person up because this is your most loyal subject. You get what I'm saying? So they're not going to be victorious at doing this to make sure that two twin flames or real soulmates don't get together in this lifetime. This is what somebody's trying to do. All because somebody's bratty slave or something that got raised up to a higher position want to try to check somebody, bitch. But you're not checking no fucking empress. Not this one. You don't got the fucking dominion. You're not checking this one. I'm just saying, that's just the point here. Because somebody else is acting prideful here. We got the star card in reverse here. Because this authority is still given on to this energy, the Shiloh energy. There could also be something where it's official. Dude, you even named one of your children this name, thinking that we was all going to believe that that was going to be the person of this next coming, when you knew that your best friend or your sister or whoever this is was the person. That's already the guilty plea of fucking premeditated something, homicide or whatever this is. Hold on, y'all.